Hi, I'm Jim Morrissey, and I'm joined here today by David Lillicrap. And together, the two of us are the new editors-in-chief of the Journal of Thrombosis and Hemostasis, and we're about halfway through our first year in that capacity. And we wanted to talk to you today about some of the changes that we've been making to the journal, including a transition to format-free submissions and also more streamlined submissions. So one of the issues that we've dealt with, it is becoming increasingly burdensome to submit a paper to a scientific journal, and often takes hours of formatting of the paper and entering materials into the website. And we really wanted to work to make that a lot easier. So we've basically gone over to a submission process in which, as long as your paper has all the required parts of it, they don't have to be formatted precisely for our journal, and we'll send it out for review and evaluate it if you submit it under that way. David, maybe you could spend a minute talking about what you think about the future of JTH and what we're trying to accomplish with the journal.
Yeah, so I'm happy to do that. Just before I do, I'll say just a couple of other words about making the journal author-friendly. So a couple of other things we've done in terms of flexibility of the journal is that we've increased the word limit up to 5,000 words for an original article, so that allows you some flexibility to extend some of the things you say in the papers you submit. And then we've made some changes about the authorship, which we think are important and reflect people working together in groups, more collaboration for many of the types of research. So we're allowing co-first authorship and co-submitting authorship, which I think probably will help many people look upon JTH as being an attractive place to publish. So these are some of the things that we're doing now, and then in the future, so many things to think about. One of the things for sure that is always on editors' minds is the impact factor. We just heard that the impact factor has gone down just a little for the last year. We'll pay some attention to that. We're not obsessed with it, but we don't want to continue seeing that in a downward trend. So that's one area I think that's of some concern, and we'll be looking at that in the future. What do you think, Jim? What other things that we should be doing?
Well, I think we hope that the journal has a very bright future, and we're really excited about the strength of the scientific community behind the journal. It's got the power of ISTH behind it, and we're looking to really sort of broaden our horizons and invite people to submit their best work in this area. In fact, that segues into the next question. Why should people submit their work to JTH, in your opinion, David?
Well, we obviously believe in the journal a lot. That's why we wanted to be editors of this journal. We think the society is the international forum for exchange of scientific information in this field. We have a great team of associate editors, and the editorial board reflects the strength of science internationally for thrombosis and hemostasis. So we encourage you to submit your best work to us. We think it'll get a very good audience, an international audience, an informed audience. And we'll do everything we can to facilitate the submission and eventual acceptance of work that's high quality and reflects well on the authors, the society, and our community.
Mm-hmm. And what about advice for someone submitting their work for the first time to our journal?
Yeah, I think it's always useful to get some advice from mentors who've been successful in publication processes. So to speak to someone who's more senior, your center, get them to take a look at the outline of the paper, and then read the articles that have been accepted to see the types of things that JTH publishes and are well accepted by the readership.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we went to a format-free submission process, but it's still important to have attention to detail and make sure that you polish your work and submit your best work to us. And I also agree it's a great idea to have a colleague read the paper before you submit it, get their feedback before it's sent out to us for review. Where do people go if they want to submit their work to our journal?
So I think they go to the JTH website, which you can find relatively easily. And once you're on the website, as you've explained earlier on, I think the submission process now is relatively straightforward. We accept a sort of a single PDF format for the initial review. And then if you get through the initial round of review and it's successful, then we will ask you to format the manuscript in a JTH format. But initially, it's relatively simple. And we try to get stuff turned around by our associate editors and the reviewers within about 21 to 25 days. So the turnaround time for most papers is very good at JTH.
Yes, I agree. And so I just wanted to underscore that it's really become quite simple to submit papers. We really prefer it just to get a single PDF with all the figures and everything in one place. That makes it easier, I think, for the authors to submit it, easier for the reviewers to review it, etc. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our session. So thank you very much, David.
Thanks very much.